It's a cool spring morning in Calgary, and a handful of people have gathered near City Hall to witness. On this Sunday morning, April the 1st, 1990, the Calgary Highlanders are going to be granted freedom of the city. It's one of the highest honors a military regiment can receive. The tradition began centuries ago in an age of fortresses and perpetual war. In those days, an army regiment could be the best friend of a town or its worst enemy. The soldier could bring comfort or chaos. And because of that, only the most trusted regiments were allowed to pass through the gates of a city. The Calgary Highlanders have been part of our city for 80 years. Today, ancient rights will be remembered, old friendships renewed.
It is my profound pleasure, on behalf of the citizens of Calgary, to confer upon you permission to exercise the right of the freedom of the city of Calgary in honor of the 80th anniversary of your regiment. The freedom of the city carries with it the gratitude of the citizens of Calgary and the traditional privileges for the regiment to parade through the streets of this city with drums beating, flags flying, and bayonets fixed.
After the speeches, the soldiers act out their part of the ritual. Each motion here is a reminder of the values that dominate military life: discipline, teamwork, and tradition. And the climax of this military high mass comes with the unfurling of the regimental colors.
Escort to the colors. Present. Arms.
These banners are sacred to the Calgary Highlanders. Here, great battles are remembered. Here, young soldiers find courage. A half hour later, and the Highlanders are back at Mawada Barracks. They're off stage now and can start to relax. For the next 5 days, these part-time soldiers will go back to their civilian lives.
One mag. Bayonet. Sign, line 6. One route.
But they won't stop being Highlanders. As members of a reserve unit, they're always on call. They could be asked to serve their country at any time.
The oath itself is very short, but extremely meaningful.
A military regiment has to constantly rebuild itself, and once every few weeks, that's what happens with the Highlanders.
I don't know whether you're aware of it, but due to the young men in the service in Canada, in the States, and all our allies, we have had the longest period of peace the world has ever known.
In wartime, it's easy for the military to get new recruits. But in times of peace, like now, getting new blood for a military organization can be a difficult job. And especially with part-time soldiers like the Highlanders, the emphasis is on learning skills that will be useful in civilian life.
They will learn leadership. That will ensure that they will be fully employed for the rest of their lives as long as they want to be.
Anyone over 18 can join the militia, but only certain people will take the oath.
Do swear. Do swear. That I will be faithful. That I will be faithful. And bear.
I personally like the discipline.
To Her Majesty.
Myself, I like being told how many push-ups to do and stuff like that. Being told what to do, basically, and then earning their respect, getting up in ranks, and you, myself, being, you know, if I had rank, telling other people what to do and having their respect.
And bear true allegiance. To Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
I didn't finish school, and I wanted to finish school, but right now I don't want to go back to school. So I figured that for any good training, to go through with the military.
according to law, so help me God. Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
And how much is patriotism, the desire to serve Canada, a part of joining the militia? The reason Jules Verquin is joining up...
I'm here just to have a fun time in the military.
...is far different from the reason his stepfather signed up.
It was a war when I joined up, and they locked the garbage cans in Canada, and we couldn't eat, so we had no alternative. Well, it was the hungry 30s, you see, 1939, and things were rough, and you didn't have much choice.
But military men like Gabe Payne say there is a common thread.
Because when I was a recruiting officer, about at least 7 out of 10 new recruits stated that they wanted to serve their country. And we had some trouble spots around the world at that time: Grenada, South Africa, Namibia, and maybe since things have quietened down, people have chose another reason for joining the armed forces. But I truly believe that is still in the back of their minds, the service to the country, the patriotism.
Rucksack.
This is the place where the transformation begins, where civilians become soldiers. From top to bottom.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit tight on the sides, though.
Yeah, but you gotta go a bit higher. Let's go special size.
40 minutes. Yep.
Oh, 13 and a half. Just the small little ones.
This is the easy part of joining the Calgary Highlanders. For Jules and other new recruits, the test of commitment will come later.
What is a relief operation? Quite simply, it's an operation when a force in contact is replaced or is relieved of its responsibility by someone else. Tomorrow, you're the someone else.
Easter weekend, Camp Wainwright in East Central Alberta. While everyone else is enjoying a holiday, the men and women of the Calgary Highlanders are going to work, going to war.
We'll do some rehearsals in the morning so that everybody's clear on what the concept is. We'll move into the position. In the afternoon, we'll have an excellent live fire with simulated artillery, lots of tracer for you. We'll eat on the... You're trying to build them up so that they are going to have fun. In the militia, if a guy doesn't have fun, he doesn't come back. So you have to tell him clearly what's going to happen, what he's expected to do, and then build it up as it did at the end with, you know, this neat stuff is going to happen and that neat stuff is going to happen, and it's a good thing you're here, so that they do come out.
This kind of weekend only happens once a year. Live ammunition will be used in a simulated battle. No one has to attend, and only a few dozen Highlanders show up. But those who are here want to do what soldiers do, go to battle. To do that, they'll put up with long days and short nights.
Okay, breakfast is at 7 o'clock. Mess hall doesn't open until then. Be ready to go at 8 o'clock.
We have so much to do in so little time that something's got to give, and usually it's sleep.
It's kind of neat. It's a fun job. You get money for it too, so it's all right.
Bacon or sausage?
Money is one of the benefits of the militia. Food is another. And there's plenty for everyone. This is family breakfast, Army style.
Mom never got syrup on the scrambled eggs. So. You're used to flavor. Well, Mom never made me breakfast either, so.
A lot of people don't realize the amount of sheen your skin has when from distance. Not only the color of the skin, but also the texture causes it to reflect the natural oils in the face. So not only trying to break out the outline of your face, you know, the skin tone, but also cut down on the amount of reflection you can see.
You learn discipline, I guess. You're with your friends that you like being with, and they have the same interests what you have.
Do you like guns?
Yes, I do.
It seems a little unusual for a girl.
Yeah, I guess it is, but I enjoy it.
This is as close as it gets to war in peacetime. It's live ammunition, but all of the shots are going one way. And special effects are used to make the battle seem more real. But not everything goes as planned in battle. And today, a grass fire forces an early end to the battle. Grass fires are a constant threat in weapons training on the dry prairies. Fighting fires is as common as fighting an unseen enemy. These soldiers will leave the range for now, but they'll be back. There's a big battle tonight. There's a lot of time to kill on one of these weekends, but even in play, the emphasis is on teamwork. This game is called buck-buck, and the object is to see how much weight you and your buddies can hold.
Let's go.
And always there is food. It's basic, but it's filling.
Just lob it on there and move on. Great, second on? No, sir, thanks. I'm on a diet. Okay, there's lots of plates here. They can all use them. You will not be fed in a cup. He's right on it. You put a big smile on.
Throughout the day and into the evening, the preparations continue for the battle at night. It will be as real as safety will allow. The highlight of the weekend. With this much live ammunition, accidents can happen. Tonight, a ricocheting bullet bent the end of this soldier's gun as he held it in his hand.
What did it feel like?
It scared me.
The end of the battle, and a time to pick up bullet casings for reloading. It saves money. This weekend, the Calgary Highlanders will use up all of the ammunition they're allotted for the entire year. But they feel more like soldiers than they've ever felt before.
Exciting. It's awesome. Did you expect as much light and as much noise as that, or is that...
No, I didn't expect the flashes to be so big and loud.
Get the adrenaline going a bit?
Really pumping.
Did you actually feel like you were in the middle of a battle at times there?
If you talk yourself into it, you can. And that's what you have to do in order to get your training properly. Convince yourself it's really there, otherwise you just don't take it seriously.
Was it fun?
Today, the best.
A Friday night in late April, and Mawada Armories is filled with the sound of Highland celebrations. On the balcony above the parade square, officers watch the show and chat with their guests. The Calgary Highlanders are famous for their enthusiastic social life, and this is the social event of the year, the 75th anniversary of the Battle of St. Julian Wood. Every Highlander knows the story by heart. It happened in an oak forest in southern Belgium on the night of April 22nd, 1915. The Germans had just smashed through the French line protecting the port of Calais, and a horrible new weapon, chlorine gas, was being used to spearhead the attack. Allied commanders, desperately short of men and ammunition, decided to bluff the Germans with a quick counterattack. And the only soldiers available were raw reservists from Calgary and Winnipeg. Just after midnight, they charged into the enemy machine guns. Hundreds of men died. But they made it to the forest and drove out the Germans in fierce hand-to-hand fighting.
I would appreciate that you respect, first of all, that this is the 75th anniversary of the Battle of St. Julian Wood.
Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the Commander-in-Chief.
A militia regiment has two jobs in peacetime. The first is to train for battle. The second is to remember. The Battle of St. Julian Wood has been remembered at dinners like this for 3/4 of a century. And over the years, the officers' dinner has become a strangely elaborate ritual, a blend of feast and fetish. As with most things military, there are rules. They may not always make sense, but they're followed to the letter. For instance, no one is allowed to leave the table until the meal is done and the speech is made. And it can be a long and uncomfortable evening for the soldier who forgets to visit the bathroom before he sits down. Another rule says that the port bottle can't touch the tablecloth. No one knows why. That's just the way it is. And then there's the snuff. It's served from a ram's head, and it's guaranteed to clear the sinuses. The climax of the feast is the toast to glorious memories, a moment of reflection. The ritual out of the way, the partying can begin. The soldiers at this dinner have done their job. They've kept alive the glorious memory of St. Julian Wood for another year. Look up. Look way up. Remember Big Jules, the guy with the size 13.5 feet? He's been in the Army for 7 weeks now. It's been tough, and today it gets even tougher. Jules and the rest of the recruits are about to get a taste of chemical warfare. But first they have to overcome some basic problems.
Well, you got your boots on the wrong feet there, Private Ing.
This one's still on the inside?
Well, look at the bottom.
Yeah.
Jesus. You're an educated man.
Yes,
you have a degree.
Yes, sir.
And you put your boots on the wrong feet? That's pretty scary stuff, Private Ing.
The exercise starts with a short march. A short march is just about all most people can take in one of these outfits. Up the road is the gas hut, a little building where young soldiers come face to face with one of the most insidious weapons of war.
We've got a crystal inside. When it heats up, it turns to a liquid. When the capsule breaks, it turns into a vapor.
The capsules contain a potent form of tear gas. It won't cause any lasting harm, but for a while at least, it will make the soldiers very uncomfortable. It's even been sprinkled on the lawn outside where the recruits are getting a final briefing.
You will go into the door without the mask on. Immediately coming into contact with the gas, you will go, gas, gas, gas. You'll put the mask on. I would suggest you do not wear your leather gloves in that chamber, all right? Okay. Is there something wrong?
Yes, Ford.
What's the matter?
The gas, Ford.
Gas? Where?
In the weeds.
In the weeds?
Yeah.
No, come on.
Inside the hut, each soldier must perform a series of carefully rehearsed maneuvers. One of them involves covering exposed areas of skin with decontamination powder.
All right? Let's go. Okay, good. Everywhere. All right. Around the back of your neck, too. The back of your neck as well. All right. Your hair. Get your hair. What we're going to do is we're going to do up. Okay, put your mask back on. That's good. That's good. Take a deep breath. All right. Sit there. Get ready. Right. Take the mask off. Okay. Okay. All right. Come on. Remember, deep breath. Close your eyes.
Jules can't quite get his mask clear.
Okay. Do not touch your face. All right?
Yes, Lord.
Okay, you just stand in the wind there and let the breeze blow off your face, okay? You'll be all right in a few seconds. Nice effort, bud.
First time it was very hard. I went in there and the problem was that I forgot to decontaminate the inside of the mask, and from there it went right in through and right into my lungs. Didn't taste too good. Oh, that hurts. I closed my eyes automatically because it's burnt. It's burnt, and then Lawrence says, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I got gas in my eyes." He pulled me outside. He says, "Okay, you guys do it again." And so I went in a second time and cleared the thing out about 4 more times than I was supposed to, and from there, it was excellent.
Watch where you touch. Watch where you touch.
It's not everybody's idea of fun, but these guys seem to thrive on a challenge.
It keeps you fit, and you have fun doing it. But when they say in the advertisements, be all you can be, it's true. Like, it's great. It's the best thing you can do.
Jules will be finished grade 12 in a few weeks, and he'll probably join the Army full-time. If he does, he'll have to leave the Highlanders. But the regiment will find new blood among these recruits, new blood to carry on a proud tradition that has lasted 80 years.
Everybody did a bang-on job. Those of you who had to do a return performance, better job the second time around.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
We loved it, Lord. We had to do it.
Now you know why I say this is my chance to get some payback. Okay? You drive me nuts for the whole course.
Thought you were going to give us money.
Yeah. But I enjoy myself when I get to that gas chamber, boy, I'll tell you. All right? Outstanding job, people. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay.